Hi, today I am going to show you how you can access your Weebly and how you can get started actually creating your Weebly website for our informational writing class. As an example, I will show you the website that I created last year to teach my students how to create their own Weeblies for our informational writing unit. As you can see, I chose my topic to be the American flag. The title of my webpage is Threads of Freedom. Notice I put my name and my topic in the upper left of my website. I will show you how to create this introduction page, which is also known as the landing page. And I will also show you how to create the other pages that are linked to your website. So each page you add is going to be one of the chapters of your informational writing topic. I will show you how to add the pages, and I will also show you how to select the page's layout, add titles, add text, and of course, add pictures. So to begin with, what you need to do first is go to students.weebly.com in any internet web browser. You will log into students.weebly.com using your school login and your student ID as your password. So I will log into my example account. You will then be redirected to this page, and what you want to do is hit create a site, and you can give your site a title. As an example, I am going to create a website on softball. I will title it Miss Brennan Softball Website. You hit continue, and then you will be redirected to a page where you can start actually building your website. The main things that you need to focus on while creating your Weebly website are the tabs up at the top here. We've got build. Whenever you are on this tab, that means you are actually working on creating your website. You're adding text, you're adding images, and so on and so forth. When you work with the design, we will talk about different themes. You can include different color combinations. The Pages tab actually lets you add pages to your website, and you actually do not have to worry a whole lot about settings. So to begin with, let's start with the design. So you can click design. Notice you can have different background colors. Not a whole lot changes. Sometimes the text will change color or the highlighting will change color. To change the theme, select change theme. You can think of the theme as the style of your website. But keep in mind, Weebly offers tons and tons and tons of different themes for you to choose from. Also, you can always go back and change your theme. Please keep in mind, these images and the text and the colors that you see on the templates already can be changed. So as my example, I am going to look at this theme. Notice when I put my mouse over it, you see the word preview and you see choose. But notice what happens when I put my mouse over this one. You see different colors that can come up. You can choose the main color of your website. And to preview it, you can click around and you see some of the color scheme changes. Some options have more colors than others. And please keep in mind, this can also be changed at any time. So as my example, I'm going to select this template for my website. I obviously am going to change this image because I do not need a living room on my softball website. But before we get into that, the next thing you need to do is create your pages. So please go up to the top to pages. All of the pages that you have linked to your website will be down this left-hand side of your screen. Your page name, the first page of your website, needs to be called Introduction. This is the page that viewers will be taken to right away when they type in your web address. Please make sure your introduction is a landing page. So we have different options under header type. We have tall header, short header, no header, splash page, which we will talk about, or a title page. Please make sure for your introduction you have a landing page. To add pages, you go to the upper left and click Add. You are given three options: a standard page, a blog page, or an external link. For the sake of our Weebly, we are just going to currently add standard pages. We might add blog pages later, but please, every time you add a page, make it a standard page. Then you have the option to change the page name. This is where you will type in your title for chapter 1. And again, you can select from tall or short, header, no header, a splash page, or a title page. Please keep in mind the landing page is only for the introduction. So I will choose the tall header. You can add another page, one page for each of your chapters. So this will be chapter 2, but you will actually be typing in your chapter name. You can always go back and edit this. For example, chapter 1, I can call it equipment. Chapter 2, I can go back and label it rules and objectives, and so on and so forth. Once you are done with the pages, at the bottom right, please click Save and Edit. And as you can see, your introduction has now appeared. You click more and you will be able to see your other pages. To start editing those other pages, you click on them and you will be taken to the editing options. So also keep in mind that you are the only one that gets this view of your website. When users go and look at your website, they will get this type of view where they cannot edit anything. This is Weebly's editing format. To actually build your page, you go to Build in the upper left, and as you can see off to the side, this is where all of the tools and multimedia options are for you to add. Miss Brennan's softball website is right up here, the name of my site. Now the headline is kind of the title of your website. Put your mouse anywhere over it, click, and you can start changing the title. Softball. There's nothing soft about it. So that would be the main title. I can add a description here. I can type in a little introduction, a couple sentences explaining my topic. The button text, that allows users to click on it and be redirected to a YouTube video or another website, something that adds to your Weebly. You can also add paragraphs, add more images down here. To show you how to add text and pictures to your pages, you click on the page you would like to edit. And as you see, this white space is where you put everything that you would like to add. Off to the left, it says title. You click on title, hold it down, drag it in. The title will appear. You click on it. Chapter 1, Equipment. Now to add text, you go over to the left, hold down the text, and as you're dragging it, you can see a blue line will appear. That's helping you place the text. Let go, and you click to start typing. For the game of softball, you will need a softball glove, a softball, cleats, and a bat. So that's my example sentence. When you're done typing, you can, as you can see, you can bold it, italicize it, underline. The plus makes it a little bigger. You can increase the size. You can change the color. You can center it or right align it, use bullet points, undo, all the normal options that you would have. I click anywhere away from the text to start working on something else. Now, let's say I would like to add an image of a softball. I go over to the left, hold down the image button, and drag it in. Then this box will appear. It says Upload Image. Before I can do that, I need to actually have an image from Google that I have saved on my computer. So you may use Google to find images. Softball. I go to Images. Let's say I would like to use this one. So I click on it, go to View Image, right click, Save Image As, name it something that you will remember. I will save it to my desktop. Now that image is stored for me. So I go back to my Weebly editor. I click on upload image. You can use this search, you can favorite images, or you can use a URL. But I'm going to upload a photo from my computer because I think that is the simplest. Then it will take you to my desktop. I upload it and it appears. You can change the size with the blue in the corners. You notice when I put my mouse over the softball, I can bring it to the left, I can bring it to the right, center it. The spacing is helpful. How much space is in the top, bottom, left, and right. This is especially helpful when you are trying to place an image among text. So then when you are done, click anywhere outside of that box and there is your image. You can change the background. This is the header. Notice when I put my cursor over it, it goes right to edit image. I can add a different image. I can use the original one. I can upload images from my computer. Once you save something, you can choose to save that as the header for all of the pages linked to your Weebly, to that page only, or you can select certain ones. So those were the main things that you use when you are creating your Weebly website. Just know that you are dragging everything. So if you would like to add a title, you're dragging the title. You are dragging text, images. You can do a slideshow of images or a gallery. There are more sophisticated things. You can put in a divider or a spacer, even a search box. If you want to add another button, you can. Audio, block quotes. You can add a poll to your Weebly website. So just keep in mind to add pages, make sure you select pages. The design, if you would ever like to change the theme, different fonts, but anytime you want to add images or text or change what your website looks like, make sure you are under build. Anytime you feel like you are ready to publish and save your changes, make sure you go to the upper right and click publish. The first time you do this, you have to select the domain or your web address for your website. For my example, I will type in missbrennansoftball.weebly.com. It's available. And notice as I was typing, if the Weebly website was not available, it told you. You click continue. When it asks you to categorize your website, you do not have to worry about that. And then once you click publish, your website should be ready to go. So you can type in your site name. And a good thing to see is website publish, and it will be at missbrennansoftball.weebly.com. So I'm going to check that out. missbrennansoftball.weebly.com. And once you type in your website, this is what users will see when they are directed to your website. So I do have a lot of work still to do. My first page about the equipment, chapter 1, I believe I wrote a sentence and put in my picture, and there it is. So I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial on Weebly. As you spend more time working on your Weebly, you will get far beyond just adding text and images. Weebly is very user-friendly, and I hope you enjoy creating your Weebly websites. Thank you.